Hey guys, it's MegaRobert from MegaRobertTV, and today I'm going to be reviewing parts 9 and 10 of the Mega Man Sonic Worlds Collide crossover. And this is the beginning of the third and final arc of the crossover. So of course, there's a new artist, and that new artist is Ben Bates. And I was really excited to see how he was going to draw these issues, because I was really fond of his work in the Return of Dr. Wily arc that he did at the end of 2011. So let's start with part 9 and see how the art is and how the story is. Part 9 is really amazing. Just from the beginning you can tell it's going to be an awesome issue, because there is a big surprise in the first few pages, because on pages 2 and 3 there is a full picture of all the Robot Masters that have ever been in the Mega Man games. So that by itself is just pretty awesome, and you can look, every single Robot Master is there, from Mega Man's 2 through 10, and Mega Man and Base and the Genesis unit, all of them. The weird thing though is they don't have the Robot Masters from Mega Man 1, the original line that was made by Dr. Light, and Mega Man even mentions that, and he's like, oh, at least my original brothers aren't here to fight. But it's never really explained why. Maybe with this new Genesis unit, the Genesis wave kind of messed up the universe. Maybe they were never rebuilt or something. Or maybe Dr. Wily didn't reprogram them, but I don't know. It's never mentioned. Maybe they'll get into it later. I don't know. So there's an all-out war, just as the title suggests, and it's just amazing. You'd think with all the Robot Masters that they'd have to represent in this crossover, that a lot of them wouldn't get enough screen time and we wouldn't see our favorite Robot Masters. But the cool thing is, most of the Robot Masters get their own debut and we see their personality and their weapons and stuff. Now, granted, we don't have like a page devoted to every single Robot Master, but of course, what could we expect? They gave us the best they could in just one part of an awesome crossover. So basically, that's all that's happening in this issue. It's just an all-out fight, and this big war is just really the reality of it is coming into view, that it's just amazing and the sake of two worlds are at hand. You know, it's really big. So as that's happening on the ground near the mountains of the Skull Egg Zone, on top of the Wily Egg, Doctors Wily and Eggman are with Dr. Light, who at this point is still captive now. So Dr. Light is still trying to take the peace route and try to explain to Doctors Wily and Eggman that it's not right what they're doing and they should just stop while they're ahead. And of course, they're not listening, and they're like, we have this completely under control. Nothing's gonna go wrong at all. When have we ever lost control of one of our projects before? And then Dr. Light's just like, remember Ra Moon? And then Dr. Wily's face is just hilarious. The way it just drops, he's just like remembering all his failed projects. And then Dr. Light's kind of rubbing in his face a little. He's like, remember Ra Moon and the Star Droids and Bass and Treble and Robo-Enza? You thought you had those all under control, but you didn't. And if it weren't for Mega Man, you'd probably be in trouble too with all these stuff you created. And same thing with Dr. Eggman. He says that if Sonic wasn't there to help him end his projects when they got out of control, there might not be a world for them to rule. So really they should just stop now when they're gonna do something 10 times worse. But Dr. Wily, of course, just throws it to the side in an angry way, and he huffs and puffs and just leaves the room. So he's kind of mad. But Dr. Eggman starts thinking a little bit. Not really thinking that Dr. Light's right, but he's just thinking, but we don't know what it is. But you know, he's an evil scientist. He's thinking of something up there. So we get back to the battle with Mega Man and Sonic, and of course they are in the middle of their battle with all their friends and stuff. And it's pretty hectic. They're pretty occupied down there, and they don't know what's going to happen. But then, as Dr. Light is on the Wily Egg, he's trying to contact them so they can come rescue him. So he's built some communicator out of robot parts so that he can contact them. But Dr. Eggman sees them, and he approaches him, and he goes, you know, Thomas Light, I did underestimate you. I completely thought you weren't a threat, but turns out you are, so I'm going to have to get rid of you. So Metal Sonic literally grabs Dr. Light and he throws him out of the Wily Egg, miles down into the mountains of the Skull Egg Zone. So basically, he just like tried to kill him right there. He just threw him out the window, and there's no chance that he would survive from that. So Mega Man, of course, sees his dad coming down, and then he's ready to go get him. But the thing is, Mega Man is miles away from where Dr. Light's falling. He's not going to make it in time. So who's going to save Dr. Light? And that's where part 9 leaves you off. So that's a big cliffhanger. I think that's pretty cool. So now to part 10. Part 10, of course, picks up where part 9 leaves off, where Dr. Light is falling completely down miles into the Skull Egg Zone. And Mega Man's just like panicking at this point. He's like, someone please just come save my dad. I can't make it in time. So Sonic's panicking too. He's like, the guy's falling down hundreds of miles per hour. I can't catch him at that speed. And basically everyone's just panicking because they can't save Dr. Light. But of course Shadow comes to save the day with his Chaos Control and teleports and saves Dr. Light. So as Dr. Light is brought back to all the heroes and he's perfectly fine, Mega Man's ready to accompany his father, but Dr. Light's just like, no, you gotta go save the world. Be the hero we all need you to be. So Mega Man and Sonic and Tails and Rush go to the Wily Egg, and they're ready to fight whatever's coming their way. And Doctors Wily and Eggman are ready for them too, so they send out the Mega Man killers from Mega Man 4 on the Game Boy. And it's a pretty cool battle. It's pretty basic though. It has really good art, but besides that, it's just a fight with the Mega Man killers. That's all that's really known. But the thing is, Tails gets seriously injured as he's on the Wily Egg, so Rush has to take him back to the ground so Rouge could help him out. So yeah, the Tails is kind of out of the picture now, so it's just Mega Man and Sonic left. So as they're ready to take on the Doctors, another big surprise comes out of the Wily Egg. And I think it is so awesome. They brought back the Chaos Devil, which is, of course, the mixture of the Yellow Devil and Chaos that we saw in Part 8. But I think he looks a lot more threatening now. Part 8 he was threatening, but it was more like he wasn't fully made yet, I guess. He wasn't that threatening, but now he's just super threatening. And Mega Man and Sonic are losing to him. They can't handle him. But Duo, out of nowhere, comes out and completely knocks the Chaos Devil out. And he tells Mega Man and Sonic to just go and continue their mission. And he'll take on the Chaos Devil. So that's really cool. So now we have a battle between Duo and Chaos. Or the Chaos Devil. And that's pretty cool. But that's all we see of it. We just see Mega Man and Sonic ready to leave. So Mega Man and Sonic are at the final door now. The final kind of boss level of the Wily Egg, and as the doors open, they're ready to take on the Doctors, but what comes out is Bass, Treble, and Metal Sonic ready to destroy them. So yeah, guys, that's where part 10 leaves you off, and these parts are just awesome. I think Ben Bates did a great job with the art, and the inks were done really well too. So yeah, they're great. I can't wait for parts 11 and 12. And yeah, guys, so question of the day. What did you guys think about parts 9 and 10? Did you think they were really good, best of the crossover? Or do you think they kind of pale in comparison to other parts maybe? I'm not sure. So tell me down in the comment section below. So yeah, guys, this is Mega Robert signing off.